What's up guys, and welcome into today's new video. In today's video we are going to be talking about the top 10 phone cameras in 2021. Before we roll into today's new video, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell for upcoming videos. Into number 1 with the Google Pixel 5. This is the latest phone released by Google and its price is unbelievably low compared to its features and the camera quality. It has dual main cameras with one on 12 megapixel 27mm wide and the other camera is on 16 megapixel on ultra wide mode. It has neat features like pixel shift, auto HDR and panorama. The video quality can be captured in 4K 30 or 60 fps and can be captured also in 1080p Full HD from 30 fps until 240 fps. Going next to number 2 with the Huawei P30. This phone has Leica triple camera with one on 40 megapixel wide angle lens on f1.8 aperture, the second one on 16 megapixel ultra wide angle lens f2.2 aperture, and the third one is on telephoto f2.4 aperture. It supports autofocus like laser focus, phase focus and contrast focus. It has AIS, which means AI image stabilization. The front camera is on 32 megapixel 2.0 aperture. The third phone is iPhone 12 mini. It has dual 12 megapixel camera system, ultra wide and wide cameras. The ultra wide one is on 2.4 aperture and 120 degree field view. The wide camera is on f1.6 aperture. The cameras has digital zoom up to 5 times and they have portrait mode with advanced bokeh and depth control. The portrait mode also comes with lighting with 6 effects like natural, studio, contour, stage mono and high key mono. And it supports optical image stabilization. Coming on to number 4 with the Oppo Find X2. This phone comes with rear versatile triple camera system. The first camera is in 48 megapixel wide angle. The second one is 12 megapixel ultra wide angle and the third one is a 13 megapixel telephoto camera. The selfie camera is on 32 megapixel and it has neat features like image stabilization such as optical image stabilization and electronic image stabilization. It has cool focusing methods like contrast detection autofocus and phase detection autofocus. It has a variety of shooting modes like photo, video, professional mode, panorama mode, portrait mode, 48 megapixel mode, and 4000x3000 resolution. Into number 5 with the Samsung Galaxy S10. This phone comes with a triple main camera, one on 12 megapixel, the second one also is on 12 megapixel but is on wide mode, and the third one is on 16 megapixels ultra wide mode, and it has super steady video quality. It has neat features like LED flash, auto HDR and panorama, and the video quality can be captured from 4K 60 fps and 4K 30 fps, also in Full HD 30, 60 or 240 fps, and it can capture videos in 720, 960 fps. The selfie camera is 10 megapixels on wide mode and it has dual pixel PDAF. The features are dual video call, auto HDR, and the video can be captured in 4K 30 or 60 fps and 1080p 30 fps. Into number 6 with the iPhone 12 Pro. This phone comes with a quad main camera with 3 cameras on 12 megapixel and the fourth one is a TOF 3D scanner. Features are dual LED and dual tone flash, and HDR in photo and panorama, and it can capture videos in 4K 24, 30 or 60 fps, 1080p 30, 60, 120 and 240 fps. The selfie camera is a dual camera system with 12 megapixel on each cameras, and its features are HDR and it can capture videos from 4K up to 60 fps and 1080p up to 120 fps. Into number 7 with the OnePlus 9. This phone comes with triple camera system on one on 48 megapixel wide. The second one is on 50 megapixel ultra wide, and the third one is on only 2 megapixels monochrome. It has cool features like Hasselblad color calibration and dual LED flash, HDR and panorama. It can capture videos in 8K 30 fps, 4K 30 and 60 fps, 1080p up to 240 fps and auto HDR. The selfie camera is a single camera with 16 megapixel wide mode. The features are auto HDR and the video quality can reach up to 1080p 30 fps. Into number 8 with the Samsung Galaxy Note 20. This phone comes with triple camera system, one on 12 megapixel. The second camera is on 64 megapixel telephoto. The third one is on 12 megapixel ultra wide. The features of the cameras are LED flash and auto HDR and panorama. The video quality can reach up to 8K 24 fps, 4K up to 60 fps, 1080 until 240 fps, 720 in 960 fps, and it has stereo sound recording and it has HDR10+. The selfie camera is a single camera with 10 megapixel on wide mode and it has dual pixel PDAF. The features are dual video call and auto HDR. The video quality can reach up to 4K 30 or 60 fps and 1080p 30 fps. Into number 9 with the iPhone 12 Pro Max. This phone comes in its main camera with a quad camera system with 12 megapixel on 3 cameras, one on wide, the second one on telephoto, and the third one is on ultra wide, and the fourth one is an LiDAR scanner. The features of the main camera that it has dual LED, dual tone flash, and HDR in photo and panorama. The main camera can capture videos in 4K up to 60 fps, 1080p up to 240 fps, and it has Dolby Vision HDR and it can capture videos and sound in stereo sound. The selfie camera, however, has 12 megapixel and it's a dual camera. Its features that it has HDR and it can capture videos in 4K up to 60 fps, 1080p up to 120 fps. Into number 10 with the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra. The main camera of the phone is a quad camera and it has 108 megapixel on the first camera on wide mode. The second one is 48 megapixel on periscope telephoto. The third one is on 12 megapixel in ultra wide, and the fourth one is just only on 2.3 megapixel in depth. The features of the main camera is LED flash and auto HDR and panorama. The videos, however, can be captured in 8K 24 fps, 4K up to 60 fps, 1080p up to 240 fps, and 720 in 960 fps. The selfie camera is on 40 megapixel on wide mode. It has dual video call feature and it has auto HDR. The video can be captured in 4K up to 60 fps, 1080p into 30 fps. Alright guys, that was the whole video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for the best videos about making great content. See you in the next video.